Hi gamers, and welcome to what might be the most exciting recent collecting video that I've done, at least for myself. Not in terms of overall number of games that I have here, but in the overall rarity. I got here not just one but several games that I've either hunted for years or thought about buying for years, and they've just been too expensive for me to pull the trigger, but now everything seemed to come in at once. So I got several really rare games at the end of this video, so stay tuned until then. But I also gotta start here with a somewhat rare item. Here we have a Mario Gold amiibo. This wasn't released, at least not yet, in Europe. This was a Walmart exclusive in the US, and as such I didn't get this when it was launched, but happily I have some really nice viewers. So Oscar, also known here in YouTube as Fumiya Sugawara, said that he had extras of this and wanted to send me one at cost. So whatever he paid, I paid. So thanks a lot, Oscar. That was absolutely fantastic, and I'm happy to add this to my complete collection of amiibos. Thanks a lot. Mainly the games here are retro. I only got two modern games, so let's get those out of the way first. I got, for the Wii U, Kirby and the Rainbow Paintbrush. Now this has been out for months in Japan and the US, but just came out in Europe as well finally. And well, it's really nice to have Kirby back. Of course, this looks absolutely fantastic with its clay, modeling clay or Play-Doh, whatever you want to call it, look, and everything is made out of clay here, and looks really fantastic in motion. And but it's a bit of a it's not really I guess I would have preferred a full-on Kirby platformer instead of this basically a sequel to the DS original, where you drew lines onto the touchscreen and had Kirby navigate the levels in that way. You know, it's a nice fit for the Wii U's gamepad, but sadly it also basically means that you're not really looking at the TV when you're playing this game, so it's not one of the better games suited for a console. Even though it does look great even on the gamepad screen, but you kind of lose a bit of the luster that you had on the TV. But of course it's a fantastic off-TV game if you have a family and you would be playing off TV anyway, so it's really nice to have Kirby back. And the second modern game here we have Puzzle & Dragons Z plus Puzzle & Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition. So two games in one, basically. A puzzle game. Big on mobile and now on the 3DS as well. And next I got a bunch of cool Super Nintendo games. Here we have Final Fight, Capcom's classic beat 'em up or beat 'em all, whatever you want to call it. Brawler game, first in the series. And I also got Super R-Type, which was, I think it was one of the launch games for the Super Nintendo, and definitely one of the games that had me drooling over the Super Nintendo and its graphics. It was such a huge leap forward from the NES, and you know, tons of stuff happening on the screen, and I really liked Super R-Type then, the huge bosses, and actually never owned this, but I just played it in various events or at a friend's house, and I was in love with this game, but I never got it myself until now. Then also got Pitfall, the Mayan Adventure. And finally for the Super Nintendo, Super Turrican. Really great music. classic tunes here, reminiscent of the Amiga games, and a really great action. Then I got one game for the NES, Solar Jetman, a really addicting space flying game, and has really great physics, and you're constantly fighting gravity and trying to haul some spaceship parts back to your base, and made by Rare. Rare did really a huge number of games on the NES, even though they really didn't get credit for it. Basically, they were always published by some other company. And one more game here before the Rare stuff. Got Mario Party 4 for the GameCube. Nothing too much to say about that. So, here we have one game that I've basically already shown in my videos, in my complete 64DD game collection video. I showed Doshin the Giant 2, which the actual Japanese name is way too hard and long to pronounce and even to memorize. But yeah, this is definitely the poorest game on the 64DD, and sadly it's also the rarest and most valuable. But of course I gotta have it if I want to have a complete collection. Check out my video on that if you haven't yet. And yeah, this is basically an add-on for the Doshin the Giant or Kyojin no Doshin game on the 64DD. You're supposed to be playing the original game and just switching the discs back and forth on this second game and the first game, and you're unlocking basically pieces of video for your viewing pleasure. But it's definitely not worth it. Only if you're looking for a complete collection you should own this game. Then for the Mega CD I got Snatcher, of course by Hideo Kojima, one of his earlier games, and really one of the biggest reasons to own a Mega CD or Sega CD add-on is to play this game. This was released on other platforms as well, but this is the only platform that you can play it in English. This was released in Europe and US with a full English translation. So this is really stylish game, basically a text adventure. But I also get some action sequences. You can even use the light gun, Justifier light gun accessory here, and really cool stuff. Metal Gear references and some familiar faces here and there from Kojima's other games, and really cool stuff. I've been looking for this for a long time and finally decided to get it. And then we also got, or I got, Earthbound. This is again one of the games that I've been looking for years. Of course, it's actually not that rare because there are always eBay is full of these, either in loose or complete form. But it's not a cheap game, and I definitely wasn't affected by the Virtual Console release on the Wii U. And yeah, just people just like to have the original physical copy. Never mind if it's available to play on the Virtual Console for a cheap price. And of course everything is about the huge player's guide inside. Check out my Tales from the Manual series on Earthbound's player's guide, if you want to see what's inside there. And yeah, this has this huge box, and everything's really top-notch. I really have no regrets. This is definitely one of the best physical releases that I've ever held in my hands. The production values and the stories in the manual or player's guide are just really precious, and they really did nice work on this game here. Love Earthbound. And finally, If you know what this is, you can appreciate it more. It doesn't really sound too exciting for the uninitiated, but I got Donkey Kong Country, the Blockbuster World Video Game Championship 2 cartridge, and this is complete in box. Here you can see. Here's the Speed Freaks version of the biggest video game of all time. And in this game, you can just open this up. As you can see, it says here competition cartridge, and here it says resale or rental of the game back is prohibited. So this was a competition cartridge. You got 5 minutes time to collect as many points as you can. But yeah, this is this is incredibly rare, especially in the complete in box form. And this is actually one of my most valuable games, if not the most valuable game that I now own. But I didn't really spend money for it. I traded for it, and I got a deal good enough that I couldn't miss. But actually, I'm gonna be doing a little gameplay video of this later on. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk more about this very special game release in that video. But thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next time.